¿Vale? Okay, we take it with the same prompt. I'm just going to give you few tips of how to start, how to first face these type of exercises. Well, we have to obviously read first. I would suggest that you have a pencil or a pen so you can underline also things, so you can clearly see the different aspects that we have to identify before we start actually writing in our paper. The first thing we need to look at is who is the audience. Who am I writing for? Who is going to read this text, okay? In an imaginary situation, obviously. So you have to identify that and go and underline that, okay? So it's very clear. In this case, we have not read it, but well, we'll quickly read it. Los trastornos alimenticios son un grave problema de salud que afecta a muchos jóvenes. Okay, that's the context, the general context. Then it says, a ti te preocupan, you are especially worried, te preocupan especialmente y decides, you decide, compartirlo, share it, this worry, con tus compañeros de colegio. So here we have who is going to read our text, our classmates, okay, school friends. And this is giving us already a lot of clues, okay, in terms of what register do I need to use, formal or informal, right? Okay, if we continue, we have already identified the audience, right? Compañeros de colegio. The second thing we need to identify is the purpose. For what are we writing this text? We are writing to entertain, to inform, to advertise, to describe. There are different purposes, and generally those purposes are expressed by verbs, okay? Action verbs. So let's go and identify our second underline. It has to be that. Those actions, those verbs that express the purpose. What am I reading? Writing this text. So if we continue reading, it says, escribe un texto en el que describas, here we have the first purpose, describir, to describe. En primer lugar, in the first place, you describe los trastornos más comunes, comma, then the second purpose. Des tu opinión, okay? Des tu opinión is the second action we need to do with our writing. So give our opinion would be in English. Sobre las causas que los producen y después, okay, and after describing and giving your opinion, des algunos consejos. Okay, again, we have a third action we need to complete with our text, which is give advice, okay, dar consejo. So those are our three purposes. We have to underline that before we start writing, so we are very clear and we don't lose control, okay? So we identify that, describir, dar opinión y consejos. And that's most of our job before writing, it's done. Oh, a very important job is done. Then we have to decide which is the register, the most suitable register that we can use. Since we have compañeros de colegio as an audience, probably the register and the tone doesn't have to be very formal, okay? But it cannot be too colloquial either, because we are talking about a serious issue, right? We are talking about trastornos alimenticios, okay? Eating disorders, okay? So it's a serious topic. We cannot use also a very colloquial register. And then after we have analyzed all this, we need to decide which text format should I choose to write about all this. Okay, all this information should give us already the direction pointing at artículo. Okay, artículo. Because it's important first. It's important to decide the text type before we write, because we need to include conventions of that particular text type. So our planning has to be according to the text type chosen, in this case, artículo. ¿Vale? Discurso, it's a speech, okay? We don't have any clue here that directs us towards a speech, okay? Speech, generally, we will be instructed to deliver, okay? Discurso, you will be written to deliver in a meeting, in an assembly, or something of that sort. And folleto is something that is more to advertise something, okay? Not that much to describe and give opinions and advices. So we would definitely, in this case, choose artículo.